Alright, this is how it looks after welding without POL plastic. There's staples in there. You can't see the staples, which is good, except for that one right there. Don't worry about that one. That's just for the 80 grit sandpaper. Then I'm going to put some wood filler all over it, the whole thing. Then I'm going to sand for the 120 or 180 grit sandpaper. And then it should start looking similar to this. This is after a primer coat. And then that was sanded down. Get nice and smooth. And this will get the same process. Right now it's pretty rough, but that's only 8 grit. So that's okay. Those holes back there will probably get filled in maybe a little bit. But this is how it looks so far. Once I get the wood filler on there and let it dry, I'll show you guys how that looks. And then once I sand that down, which will be a day or so, show you that process too. I won't show you actually the process of me sanding it because it's super loud and I'm limited in my time when I can actually do that. Because I have to pick a Pacific time because I live in an apartment. It's usually between 2 p.m. to about 5:30 p.m. before people will start eating dinner. If I do it after that, people will complain and that sucks. Alright, got all the wood filler on her. Like I said, I put it on there pretty liberally, water it down somewhat. Going to sand most of this off. Where the seals are at, I put it a little bit thicker, but that's going to be fine because we're going to just sand that all off. It's going to be nice and easy. It's going to look really pretty and nice and smooth. Yep. It's just still ugly, but whatever. Alright, so I did a other shoulder and I'm going to let it cure for about 24 hours. And then I'm going to sand it because right now it's about midnight. And if I start sanding now, people will be super pissed off. And yeah. And I'm sure as hell not going to sand it by hand because ain't nobody got time for that. Alright. So, a little bit ago, I lied to y'all and said I was going to wait 24 hours to do this by machine. I got bored last night and did it by hand. And basically, I just used a sponge sand block thingy and sandpaper. And when the sponge, it wasn't using this one, I was using 180 grit. Start running out, I just wrapped with sandpaper and just sand the hell out of this sucker. Looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but overall pretty good. Also it rained all night last night, so I can do no priming, so that sucked. My dog's super sad because I couldn't walk him. Because I'm not going to walk in the rain. I'm not trying to catch no coronavirus. But yeah. Did this by hand. Looks pretty good, right? And I just put that wood filler all over. Just hand sand that stuff, man. It just looks so smooth once you do that. If you do it by machine, shit, it's gonna come out like butter. And once you hit it with some primer, man, it's gonna look so good. Look at that. Look at that. That looks like smooth as hell. But yeah, you can barely tell this is 3D printed unless you look in the inside. It looks like shit.